Hey everyone, it's Erin Floto, and I am here to show you my wellness planner today. So I'm just giving you a sneak peek at kind of my plans, my thoughts, what I've done so far. But a lot of this journey is going to take place off of the screen just because this is very individual to how you are able to do your own wellness journey. Not everyone's journey is going to be the same. It feels really like woo-woo to say like wellness journey, but like I really need to pay attention to my body and do more to help my body. So 2020 was a rough year. So that's why I decided to dedicate an entire journal to my wellness journey. It worked really well last year when I dedicated an entire traveler's notebook to my business. So I decided to go ahead and do that for my wellness as well. So this is an Archer and Olive. This is an undated planner. So this is a pre-made planner, but without the dates. So I'll show you what I've gone ahead and done so far. This journal in particular was a collaboration between Archer and Olive and Amy Tangerine. So I have a space for my before, which I've taken 4 pictures and I will put them here. I've taken 1 from the front, 2 from the sides, and then 1 from the back to kind of show how my body looks as of this moment. And I'll also put some information down here for my measurements, things like that. And hopefully when all is said and done, after this year is over, I will have pictures that I'm happier with over here. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be a skinny mini. That's never going to be my life. It's not something that I want. I like having curves on my body. I just want to be a healthier person with those curves. So I will hopefully have some pictures that I'm happier with over here, again, from the front, the sides, and then the back. And then my after stats as well. Moving on, I have my measurements log. So I tried to do this in my previous blackout journal. I didn't. I had a really hard time when it came to really kind of pulling the trigger. I kind of wish I had, particularly since I have been doing consistent workouts since November 1st. I kind of wish I had gone ahead and done those measurements to see how my body looked measurement wise compared to how it looks now, but I didn't, so that is what it is. These are some oopsie stickers that I had in my shop. So these are hollow. It's on the annual mix sheet, which I am going to be revamping for 2021. So these are some stickers that go with that. You can see that this one, like, there's missing hollow on some of these little corners, and that's just because this was an oopsie sheet. So I have January through December. I will put the beginning of the month and the middle of the month for every single month. And I have bust, chest, waist. I almost said wust. Anyways, hips, thighs, knees, biceps, forearms, glutes, under the glutes, and then BMI and weight. I do have those numbers written over here to the side so that I can fill them in because I did already do it for January 1st. But like I said, this is I'm trying to make this a little bit more private of a journey. It's hard to put yourself out there and put all of that stuff on the internet. So I've decided not to do that for now because I did that at the beginning of 2020 and 2020 turned out to be the worst year ever. So I'm just trying to save myself a little bit of potential grief. So I'll be filling that in after. Like I said, this isn't something that I'm going to be regularly doing videos on, but I did want to give some inspiration for those that are, trying to do something for themselves in 2021. The next section I have is my wellness goals and my rewards. I have not figured out my rewards yet, so that's why that section is blank. But my wellness goals is to complete 20 days of non-walking workouts every month in 2021, lose between 1 and 2 pounds per month in 2021. Much more realistic of a goal for me if COVID continues to be what COVID is and I'm working from home and all that kind of stuff. Do 16/8 intermittent fasting in January 2021 to see if it's right for me. So some of these goals, I really wanted to put the caveat that I've struggled in the past with types of things that I'm going to do to help my body, or some things I did like quick fixes like keto and things like that. I did that for like a couple months and then like I stopped because I really miss desserts. Desserts is my downfall. So 16/8 intermittent fasting is that you fast for 16 hours and then you eat for a window of 8 hours during the day. And I do have an app on my phone that I've been tracking that, and it's called Zero, and I will link below if you are interested. Set a daily calorie goal of 1550 kilocalories per day for January 2021. I'm using MyFitnessPal to log those meals. Again, I don't think that that's going to be an overall thing that I'll be doing often, and I'm giving myself a lot of grace if I do go over that, especially on days that I'm also working out. This is going to be a long journey for me. I don't want it to be a fast, quick pace, push myself to the limits, because I can't mentally do that right now. So that's why I'm trying to set more realistic goals. Set a daily water intake goal of 56 ounces per day for January 2021. Cook dinner at home 20 nights per month in 2021 while working from home. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit different if I'm traveling to and from work. So that's why I said while I'm working from home. So again, I'm trying to be a lot more realistic with my goals. And a lot of these things that I'm setting at the beginning of the year, I will probably change. And I'll probably note it somewhere else in my notebook. And then I'll have a reward system because I like candy, so it's probably going to be candy. But I'll try to figure out some sort of reward system to go along with these goals as well. The last annual spread, I guess you can say, is my wellness check-in. So I've collected a few questions for January 2021, and then I'm planning to do another wellness check-in probably like 6 months in, maybe quarterly. I'm not quite sure yet because that's the last actual spread I have. So I might incorporate it into the doc grids that are in the monthlies. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But for the wellness check-in, I have a few different questions based on my eating habits and my physical. Those are the things that I really want to focus on, as well as my mental health, but I'm doing a lot of other stuff for my mental health. So I really wanted to focus on my fitness and my eating habits. So how does your body feel when you are active, during, and after? What tends to get in the way of being physically active? How does being physically active influence your mood and your sleep? What's working well for you planning your meals? What is not working well? What kinds of foods do you reach for when you are rushed or upset? And how comfortable are you cooking in the kitchen? So I thought that these types of questions, that they are a little bit more open-ended, might be helpful for me to gauge my actual check-in if I'm doing this quarterly or monthly, or probably not monthly, but if I'm doing this like quarterly or semi-annually. I think that this type of open-endedness will help, especially when it says what tends to get in the way of being physically active. For example, my business does tend to get in the way of being physically active. I work a full-time job, and then I also have my business that I run after work. So trying to fit in times to be physically active is hard. So I want to see how I maybe elevate that over my business at times, and make sure that I'm taking care of myself first and foremost. Because honestly, if you don't have anything in the tank, then what are you actually putting out into the world? So that's the idea for my wellness check-in. Next, I'm moving on to the monthly. So I just made these stickers. It was something spur of the moment. I didn't really design anything. I just decided to go for it. So I measured out what these are, put together some stickers, and I'll figure things out as I go. I think I'm going to do like a little bit of a washi, like banner situation. I'm not sure. I do want to put like January down here because I realized I didn't put January anywhere on this spread. And then I have some date dots. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to utilize this spread. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make stickers for each of these goals. And for the goals that I do on a daily basis, I'll mark them in. I think... I don't know. I haven't quite figured out. I also thought about maybe using this as a self-care log and like putting a sticker of like what I did for self-care that day. I'm still trying to figure it out, which isn't helpful since I'm filming this on Monday, the 4th. And so I have 3 days that I have not filled in. But hopefully I can recall what I've done for the last 3 days. Probably not. So I'm still trying to play with that idea around. I kind of like the idea of doing the self-care a little bit more because a lot of these things are being tracked on different apps, on the weekly logs, all that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking that the self-care might be a little bit better. Moving on, this is my first weekly. I have not filled a lot of this in, and I'll talk about that a little bit more. So you can see I have stuff for my fitness. This is like somewhat sticker planning, but not. I have a lot of stickers that I need to use. So that's part of the reason why I'm incorporating stickers a lot. But it's not something that I necessarily need to do. And you'll see that on my next weekly as well. So I have fitness, just some like notable things like I cooked a breakfast hash or something like that. So that was the first time I've done that in a really long time. So I wanted to mark those. That this was the first time I've cooked a blue apron in a really long time. So I wanted to mark it. I have like these steps, but I haven't been wearing my watch, so it's not totally accurate. It's just based on when I'm carrying my phone. So that's why I put in no watch. I'm still not going to wear my watch for now. It's just not it right now. So the rest of this space is going to be used for journaling. So that's why it's not completely filled out, is because I really wanted to make sure that I did some sort of journaling every day. So this is kind of an example of like a journaling thing, is that Tyler got his first dose of the Pfizer vaccine. So that was something that really took a lot of weight off of my shoulders. Obviously, he still needs the second dose, so, and there's a lot of unknowns when it comes to the efficacy and how long the vaccine will last and all that other stuff. But it was a little bit of a relief for him to finally get a dose of the vaccine and be on a schedule to get the second dose, and something that I am less worried that he could potentially have severe COVID effects from his job as a doctor. So things like that, those are like little types of journal entries that I want to do as well. So I have Monday through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's how it's actually set up in the weekly. As you can see, Monday through Friday, notes, Saturday, Sunday. So I did set this up how it was intended. However, I did change that up for the next week. And then you can see I put in like some yoga that I did, some Peloton strength training that I did. This is where I messed up because I thought I was doing yoga this day, but I didn't end up doing it because I got lost in my business. So all that, neither here nor there. For the fitness, I do want to start putting in my stats along with just what the fitness was. Anyways, this is kind of what I'm doing for my weekly, is where I'm putting my fitness, some notable food choices that we're making, some journaling, stats related to wellness, fitness, things like that. And I also put Happy New Year Day on here. And then over here, I just had some stickers from some samplers that I have from Sweeping Plans and from Wonton and a Million. So I have Work Out More, Eat Healthier, Rip Up Those Negative Thoughts. This is actually from last year's sampler. This year is my year. Who knows? 2021 may be very similar to 2020. We don't know. And then some goals: start IF, start training, strength training, start yoga. And then I have some room for journaling. So I do have a lot of sticker kits left over, so I do also want to use sticker kits. So this is a sticker kit that I specifically bought for the husky and the blonde girl because my husky and I am blonde. So I do have some space to do some journaling in the middle here. The top is going to be my workouts. The bottom is going to be some more stats or some self-care that I've done this week. I think I'm going to put my dinners in over on this weekly. I do have some habit trackers for a Peloton workout and a 10-minute abs. And then I do have something else on here, like another box, just in case I do some other type of workout. And then a full box over here. So I had to move this around quite a bit to try to kind of figure out how a weekly would work in this type of journal. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. So I did switch it up for Monday through Saturday, and then I put Sunday down here. And then I just have like basically the sidebar over here. So that is the plan for that. I'm switching it up every week to kind of try to figure out what I'm doing. Some of these may involve sticker kits that I make. Some of these may involve sticker kits that I've already bought. And then at the end of the month, there's always a 2-page spread, and then you go into the next month. So I decided to put in some weekly goals for weeks 1 through 5. So I have start intermittent fasting from January 1st to January 3rd, and a progress bar, start strength and yoga training. So that had a progress bar as well. One of the things that I wanted to do is put like little obtainable goals. So cook 5 nights and 2 mornings, for example, and then cook a recipe I've never made before. I want to kind of keep switching it up and not track the same type of goals every single week. And then you can see week 3 that I want to do at least 20 minutes a day for 6 days for my workouts. So I want to try to incorporate lots of different types of goals into this particular section. So it's not just the same thing like, oh, I want to do 5 days of workouts. I want to do 5 bike rides. I want to drink well every day, or I want to drink the daily intake. You know, I do want to switch up these types of goals, and I think that will bring a lot of really helpful little changes to make it interesting for me versus doing the same thing over and over again. And then I do have a monthly reflection. This is going to be a journaling page. So that is my plan so far. I hope that this type of video gives you some insight into what types of wellness spreads that you can put in your own, or even incorporate it into your bullet journal. And I hope that this was helpful for you. And I hope that your wellness journey goes better than mine did in 2020. And I hope that this year's goes a little bit better than last year's for me. So fingers crossed. Thank you very much. I hope that you found this video very helpful for you. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that kind of jazz. And I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.